You wouldn't be here if you haven't already tried absolutely everything, or you're just so sick of misinformation overload about what actually works versus what's a gimmick or what's detrimental to your health. The diets, the workouts, the supplements. You've cut the sugar, swapped the wine for electrolytes. You're lifting weights, you're doing Pilates, you're doing yoga, you're walking. You're doing everything that used to work for you. And yet the scale won't budge. Or worse, it's creeping up every day. And not just anywhere. It's always right around your midsection, the place where you never used to gain weight, right? And you're sitting here thinking, what am I missing? What else do I have to give up to feel like myself again? What else do I have to do? I hear this every single day, every single week for the last 16 years. The absolute last thing you need is another diet that you'll stick to for a few months and then life gets in the way and you fall off track. The fact that your body isn't releasing weight when you're doing everything right is the actual perfect sign that you need a reset. A reset built for your hormones, your metabolism, and your life, not some influencer on Instagram. And that's what this episode is about. This one is personal because I was you. Everything I just described, that was me. I was an overachiever, the cleanest eater, the 6 a.m. workout girl for years, better part of a decade. I was still bloated, still inflamed, still anxious, still gaining weight in places I'd never had before. And at first I thought maybe I just needed to try harder. I was just at a stage in my fitness where I had to go. I had to get cleaner. I had to get stricter. I had to have smaller portions, longer workouts, more cardio. I went vegetarian. I did fasting. It all worked for a period of time until I ate off plan at a social event, at a wedding, a barbecue, and then the scale crept back up. Because the real issue wasn't actually my discipline. No one would argue my self-discipline. The issue was dysfunction. My body was dysfunctional at that point. My metabolism had completely shut down. My cortisol levels were completely tanked. My hormone levels were post-menopausal. My digestion was awful. I was struggling with bloating, constipation, like IBS. I basically was diagnosed with IBS, excuse me, which I know many of you are, and we think it's normal, but it's not normal. My minerals were totally bottomed out, and my blood sugar was all over the place. It wasn't until I got some functional lab testing and got some real data, not from my doctor, I had to run this on myself, and then I stopped punishing my body and started rebuilding it, is when things began to shift. And I know that that might sound like, well, where do I even start? I'm going to show you. So here's what most women don't actually realize. In your late 30s, 40s, and 50s, your metabolism doesn't actually stop working. It just starts adapting. So your estrogen and progesterone start to drop, which causes cortisol changes. Your ability to regulate your blood sugar shifts. You probably have more stress on your plate. Maybe you have a young family, or you are like right in the midst of your best career moves. You've probably got a mortgage by now and car payments and all the things that are stressing you out day to day. You definitely aren't in your 20s anymore, footloose and fancy free. You might not have as much time to work out, so your muscle mass declines a bit. And because you're more stressed out, your nervous system is a little on edge. And you've probably experienced more trauma than somebody in their 20s, or at least realizing it. So your nervous system is on edge and becomes a little bit more reactive to stress. So when that happens, your metabolism starts to slow. And then if you're not eating 100% organic, and if you're not breathing the air with the pollution, and you're not using beauty products that have some toxins in them, you have a bit of toxic overload. And so that adds to the stress of your body, and then your body holds on to fat, especially around your belly. And this is about accumulation, and this is why we think it has something to do with our age. And the only reason it has anything to do with our age is because you have more time, 20 years more by the time you're 40, to have accumulated more stress on your body. Your body holds onto this fat and it holds onto it as a protective mechanism. It is now in survival mode. So no matter how hard you work out, it won't be enough. It's not because you're not working hard, and it's not because you've been inconsistent, although I will say that we have to pin that one, because if you've, been stressed out for a while, maybe you have been inconsistent, and that is a part of it. But for this purpose right now, it's not because you're inconsistent. It's because your body thinks it's under a ton of pressure, and it's doing everything it can to make sure that you survive. And fat loss or weight loss is not something your body wants to do when it is trying to survive. This is where the fitness industry gets it all wrong. And for so many years, I also got it wrong. You're told to eat less, work out more, cut out carbs, try fasting, take a magic supplement. But if your minerals are depleted, which is the foundation of your metabolism, your hormones are tanked, or your nervous system is in overdrive, or you have a major toxic load. Hello, I've been there. Those strategies, working out, eating clean, supplements, etc., they just won't work, and they'll actually make things worse. You don't need more discipline. You need the right data, the right strategy, and a body that feels safe enough to release the weight effortlessly. And in order to make it feel safe, you have to work from the inside out. Inside my 90-day metabolism reset formula, we don't count calories or obsess over restriction. We build your metabolic foundation using my 4-phase system. So we have to calm the stress response and replenish your minerals. Very basics. We have to fuel your metabolism, not starve it. Listen, guys, I am not making you let go of carbs. I promise you, you will lose the weight by eating carbs and you will feel so much better. We're going to address the root causes of your inflammation, of your imbalances. So we'll look at your gut, we'll look at your hormone, we'll look at toxic load, we'll look at how your liver is functioning. And then you'll train smart. No more HIIT classes, no more 85 style, no more orange theory. This is not how women in their 40s lose weight. This is how women stress out their worlds and create hormonal chaos. It slows your metabolism. In these 4 phases, this is how women will finally lose weight, lose 10 to 15 pounds in their midlife, even after years of nothing working. This isn't about willpower, it's about strategy that actually honors your biology, which is something you never focused on in your 20s because everything felt easy in your 20s. I've seen women drop 10, 12, even 18 pounds in 90 days. And it's not just the weight, it's the confidence, it's the clarity, it's the brain fog is gone, it's the sleeping better, it's the waking up with energy and feeling like you're back in your own body again. One client last week told me, for the first time in years, I don't dread looking in the mirror and I'm not terrified of gaining it all back. Another said, I've done less and gotten more results because it's finally what my body needed. And that's what this program delivers. It's not just weight loss. It's metabolic revival that will have you. If this resonates with you and you're ready to stop guessing, here's what to do next. In the show notes or in the comment section of this YouTube video, I'm going to put the link to apply for a spot for one-on-one coaching in the 90-day Metabolism Reset Formula. You'll book a free call with me and we'll map out what phase of the reset you need most. We'll look at what's been blocking your progress and what it'll take to get you back feeling energized, clear, and confident in your body. Plus, I'll send you my metabolic Kickstart guide so you can start immediately while we prep your protocol. If you're the woman who's done everything right and still feels inflamed, tired of seeing a version of yourself in the mirror that doesn't match how you feel inside or what you envision for yourself, If you're ready to take real sustainable action, this is your sign. Apply now, and I'll see you inside.